Hello and welcome to Big Game Bound. I'm Chris Hagan. You know, all season long, we've been keeping tabs on 32 teams hoping to make it to SoFi Stadium. And now we know which two are, in fact, Big Game Bound. It's the upstart Bengals and homestanding Rams, Super Bowl 56 on February 13th. LA currently a 4.5-point favorite in this one. For more on the NFC champions, let's say hello to Rashawn Haylock out in LA. Rashawn, 10 days out. Can you feel the buzz, or is it still the low-key Cali as usual?
No, I think you felt the buzz even before Sunday, at least down here in these parts, because I don't think the NFL expected a conference championship game to be taking place inside SoFi Stadium, this past Sunday. And so the preparations were kind of already in place, and they had to halt for a little bit. And so put them a little bit behind, but I mean, you can feel the buzz. There's banners up everywhere. If you go down to SoFi Stadium, there was limited parking for the conference championship because the Super Bowl folks were already in there setting up. So it's very much alive.
To get here, the Rams had to snap a long losing streak against their division rival San Fran. When they fell behind last week, was there kind of that, oh, here we go again kind of feeling?
You know, that was one of the more impressive wins by the Rams this season. And I say that because you're entering the fourth quarter down by 10. Sean McVay has never won a game in which he entered the fourth quarter trailing by double digits. And to add to that, it was a San Francisco 49ers style of football game, right? So for the Rams to be able to beat the Niners at their style of football, like that game wasn't pretty at all. I mean, that was about as ugly as a football game as you see, but that's what you would expect sort of, for a conference championship. And for the Rams to step up to the challenge and to play a physical brand of football, but also exhibit some toughness, right? Like an 18-play drive, being able to have more rushing yards than the 49ers, being able to stick with the run game and also halt the Niners run game. That was about as impressive as a performance as I've seen from them this season from a physical and a mental preparational standpoint.
Well, no doubt the franchise went all in with the roster moves. Feels like a good gamble so far. No doubts about what they did. No second thoughts now.
I mean, you look at the impact performers, right? I mean, who would have thought that I saw the Rams play-by-play announcer, JB Long, he tweeted this. Who would have thought, right? Eric Weddle, Odell Beckham Jr., Von Miller, Matthew Stafford, all a part of leading the Rams to a Super Bowl appearance this time last year. Nobody would have thunk that. And you look at the impact, right? Von Miller had that big strip sack of Tom Brady a week ago in the divisional round. Odell Beckham has been huge in these playoffs, and he came up with a big game on Sunday against the Niners. His first 100-yard receiving game since October 2019. Like, it's been that long since Odell Beckham's been in triple digits as far as receiving yards in one game, and he's been huge. He's been better than advertised, and we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Robert Woods, right? As soon as Odell Beckham Jr. comes here, Robert Woods goes down with the season-ending injury. So Odell Beckham Jr. brought in to provide some depth at what was already a thin wide receiver room. All of a sudden, he has to play a much larger role, and he's definitely done his part.
Well, a great defensive line, obviously, but the offense sells the papers, makes the headlines, gets in the highlights. Why is Cooper Kupp always open? How has he been so effective?
He's got routes. I mean, his footwork is phenomenal. The ability to be able to get off the line and guys not be able to get their hands on him from a defensive back standpoint. And he always finds a way to be open because of that, right? I mean, he's so crafty in his route running and his skill and his ability. You saw Troy Aikman kind of pointed out on the broadcast that one touchdown pass that he made. He doesn't give anything away, right? And so the defense doesn't know whether he's going right or left, whether he's starting or stopping. And so he's just so smooth from that standpoint, and he catches everything that comes his way. Him and Matthew Stafford have really built quite a rapport since Stafford's come here and joined from the Lions. And I mean, Kupp, what can you say? I mean, Triple Crown winner. He's done just about everything, about as under the radar, a low key star receiver as you will find, because those guys in that room, they're known to be divas, right? Kupp is the opposite of that.
Well, the big move in the offseason, getting Matthew Stafford at quarterback. How confident is he right now he gets that first playoff win and then just keeps on going?
I think he's playing with a great deal of confidence. I think Sean McVay is calling plays with a great deal of confidence, knowing that he has number 9 back there under center. And look, I mean, that was the huge story coming into this season, and throughout the whole year. And you got to give Matthew Stafford credit, because all season long, people would not allow him to forget that he came here to lead the Rams to a Super Bowl without having won a playoff game himself, right? No one allowed him to forget that. And so he picked up that first one, as you mentioned, against the Cardinals, and the thing has just been rolling. But I mean, you see the skill set, and I got to give it to him. You know, he said, I want the opportunity to play in big games. He's done that, and he's performed at a high level, and now have the Rams playing for a Super Bowl title. So he's done what's been expected of him to this point. Of course, he's got to get that last win here against the Bengals. Remember, because Jared Goff got them there. He just couldn't get them the win. Stafford's got to try to seal the deal here.
All right, you still have some time to change your mind, but what do you think, Rashawn? Will the Rams finish the deal on the home turf?
I think so. I think the win over the Niners was a huge one, just for the simple fact that, I mean, that was the one team that I think the Rams would have liked to avoid, right? And it didn't work out that way. They had to play them again, a team that had beat them 6 straight times, a team that had their number, a team that they quite frankly didn't match up well against. You know, styles make fights, right? And the Niners brand of football just was not conducive to what the Rams do. But they were able to meet that moment. They beat the Niners at their own game. You got guys playing at a high level. The impact of Cam Akers coming back, I mean, just 6 months removed from a torn Achilles, he's been a huge boost for them in the run game this postseason, been a huge shot in the arm. That's almost like picking up a free agent acquisition in the playoffs, because he hadn't played all year, Cam Akers. So I think all the pieces are in place. And Joe Burrow, I mean, look, he can take a hit. He showed that against the Titans. They sacked him 9 times, but you got to believe Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, Von Miller, they're going to be coming after him. And so it makes for quite the appealing matchup. But you got to like the Rams' chances in their building to try to win this one.
All right, Rashawn, good stuff. We will see you out there next week.
No doubt. Thanks for having me.
And now it's time to say hello to Jarrett Payton, our man up in Chicago. JP, the son of sweetness. No picks to make this week, so there's no pressure. But let's look back. You went 1-1 on Championship Sunday. Let's start with a game that you did get right. You liked the Rams to knock off those Niners. What'd you make of that contest? Had to play a little comeback.
Yeah, you know, it was interesting to watch that matchup, Chris, because you look at that defense and that front seven for the Rams, and you talk about Aaron Donald and company. They find ways to get after the quarterback. And so I knew that Jimmy Garoppolo was going to be kind of hit or miss. That's kind of how it's been, you know, all year long, or since he's had a 49ers uniform on. So you don't know what you're going to get there and give up the ball. But when you're pressuring the quarterback and he makes mistakes and you're running the football as well, Matthew Stafford and company, they got something special cooking on offense. When they can run the ball, and then next thing you know, you got to put 8 or 9 men in the box to be able to stop them running. And then you have Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham on the outsides. And then you're also taking advantage of the middle of the field. Anything is possible. I just thought it was their day. And now they have an opportunity to be able to go play for one of these things over my shoulder, that Lombardi Trophy.
We talk about Cooper Kupp. I mean, I don't understand. Every week I watch this guy. Every week you hear about him. Every week he puts up these huge numbers, and every week he's still wide open. What is it about him that makes him so special?
Well, you know, Chris, we have a relationship because he won the FCS award, the Walter Payton Award, back in 2015 from Eastern Washington. And this young man's been doing it for a long time. I was looking at a video explaining about how his dad used to help work with him outside of his house and also inside, of running through the door, and the next thing you know, catching the ball. Everything that he's done has put him to this moment. And so his ability to understand leverages and coverages and get into that open space, yeah, I would always double coverage him at all times. But teams, once you start figuring out, you can only do that to one guy. You can't do it to everyone. But he finds ways in space to be able to make it happen. He's a special football player. You see what the year that he had this year, by his numbers in touchdowns and what he does to affect defenses and how they play you. That's what you need out of a number one guy, that even though he's going to get double coverage, he's still going to find ways to get his yards. And that opens up for everybody, man. He's a special football player. And I remember back in the day when he won, I remember looking at him the year that Jeremiah Briscoe won. He won back-to-back years from Sam Houston State. And I looked at him, I said, hey, man, hey, you're going to the NFL? I hope you do, man. I hope it works out for you. It's working out really nice for Cooper Kupp right now.
Yeah, perfect example of how hard work will always be rewarded. Now, in the AFC, you'd been high on the Bengals all season long. You made a lot of good picks, taking Cincy. You went with the Chiefs last week, and it looked like that was going to be a runaway, but just something happened, and you start thinking, man, are the Bengals just a team of destiny? What can you say about them and Joe Burrow?
I have nothing but great things to say about this Bengals squad, man. They've been battling all season long. And when it comes down to the postseason, you and I having that conversation when they were playing the Titans in Tennessee, we were both like, man, after the game, how did he get out of getting sacked 9 times and they come out with a W? When you have a special quarterback like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in that relationship, Joe Mixon in the back running the football, man, same thing that I said about the Rams on offense, you can say for the Bengals as well, Chris. This team, they might not be good at pass blocking, but when it comes to run blocking, that is their bread and butter. And so you have to find a way to stop it. And once you do, when you have weapons on the outside, you take advantage. Now, that's where the special quarterback comes into play. And that's what Joe Burrow is. So when he does get one-on-one coverage on the outside and he takes those shots, they hardly miss. And so that's what makes this team so special. Defensively, they came out and played in that second half exactly how you wanted to play that Kansas City offense. They're like, we're not going to give you anything. We're going to play some zone defense here and there and let you try to figure it out. And they confused Patrick Mahomes, who kind of looked like a totally different quarterback in that second half. First half, like you were talking about, they looked like they were going to run away with this one. But that defense came out and they were stingy. Joe Burrow in that offense made enough plays. And now they get an opportunity to be the underdogs. And people don't want to give them any credit. But that's what's been happening all season long. I didn't give them credit to beat Kansas City. I was wrong. And I think they're going to have an opportunity to truly win this game because of that guy, Joe Burrow, underneath center.
Takes a big man to admit when he's wrong, Jared. That's why I respect you. Hey, you think about the AFC in years to come. Obviously, Mahomes isn't going anywhere. Josh Allen, the Bills, and now you have the Bengals. They are the king of the roost right now in the AFC, but we'll have plenty of time to talk about this matchup. Right now, though, in your backyard, the Bears, they've settled in with their new brass, their new head coach. Initial thoughts on Matt Eberflus taking over the Bears?
You know, I'm really kind of taken back a little bit. I still feel like there's this moment, Chris, where, you know, we're not playing any football, so we're announcing a new head coach and a new GM here with Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus. And so I want to see them get on the field with their guys and start, you know, working things a little bit. But we're going to have to sit back and wait. My first impressions, though, of Matt, he's an unbelievable guy. He's no nonsense when it comes down to it. He's got his hits philosophy, and I love it. It's all about just flying around, especially, and you can see that by the way that the Colts played defense this past season, man. These guys, not only that, the takeaways, taking care of the football, and also being smart when it comes to situational football as well. So I'm hoping that he can kind of implement that into this organization because the last regime, Chris, there was too much undisciplined play on the football field. And I know with Eberflus, or my guy Flus, as I call him now, he's not going to stand for that. It's all about effort. And if you're not, he's going to call you out. And especially on that defense, guys like Eddie Jackson, I think are really going to pay dividends to having a guy like that that's in the fold, that's looking over everything. I think the fact that he's not going to call defensive plays is a big deal because he's going to have those two offense and defense delegated to the guys that he feels that he can trust to be able to do that. And he's going to be the head coach, the CEO of this football team and really take control. So I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of people in Chicago are still trying to figure out what's going on and who this guy is. I think over time, you know, the wins and losses and how they bring in talent here in Chicago, that's going to be the tail of the tape of being able to see if we're going to be successful or if we're not.
He demands a lot. There's accountability under Flus, and I think at the end of the day, players respect that. They respect being pushed to get better, and that's how you win football games. Jarrett, great news. You're done for the day, but the bad news is starting Monday, you'll be seeing me every day in person out in L.A. Can't wait to see you, my friend.
Oh, man, I'm going to have my nice shirts waiting for you, man. So let's go. I'm looking forward to it.
Starting Monday, Jarrett and I will be coming to you live for Big Game Bound from SoFi Stadium, 1 p.m. Eastern. That's Monday through game day. A ton of big-name guests So keep your eyes open for that. Right now, though, that will do it for our final studio edition this season. For Jared Payton and Rashawn Haylock, I'm Chris Hagan, and we'll see you Monday on Big Game Bound.